Hello, I'd like to welcome all back to Towns. The day dawns, and we're still waiting for some trades to be completed. But for time being, I think it's time we start stockpiling a bit of stone so I can get started on the actual construction of buildings and all. Because I want to get another floor of people, which is really useful. For one, it allows me to get 5 heroes at once, which is almost a no. Yeah, this is 16, another floor will get me that. And then another floor will let me get 6. Actually, if you did a 5x5, you could get 5 heroes with just 1 floor. Since it's, you know, squares and roots. How's this guy doing? Oh, he's doing pretty well for himself. Still only has that shoddy armor I got him. I can only assume that they already stored the... Yep! That stuff's in a nice... Am I bleeding? Because I just landed really uncomfortably. No. Just a hair. Wouldn't be fun to bleed. For one, it'd get in the way. You know. So, the good part about the dungeon is that... Actually, this depends on where you are. From what I read, in desert dungeons, this I think is sand. In snow dungeons, it's snow... or something. At least it's not always stone. I think at least with desert you have sand in it. So, let's go... Not likely you'll find nice squares like this that you can just dig up easy. Are they almost done yet? Oh, they're digging... Okay. After this, I'll give them a break. There goes the merchant. If you want to get rid of caravans, just get rid of your market and they'll stop popping in. If you want to get rid of your heroes, just get rid of the tavern rooms. But remember that your furniture will be hauled away. So what am I putting here again? I think I was putting... Yeah... Which furniture? So now also... Yeah, there you go. Now everyone can have a nice, lovely view. Oh yeah, they're picking up all the Luchamins. Also, a lot of stuff's happening. Let's see, caravan decides to leave town. Froggy, screen slime. Oh look, we got some coal. That's very good. That is a positive turn of events because that means I can get started on some things. Oh look, he turned him into a... Wow, you're already level... He's already level 11. That is nuts. We are extracting. These are gonna fill up with gel. You should sell gel as much as you can because it's just not worth it. Yeah, surprisingly, this is flowers, this is colors for some reason. They should have just made this the ink blot. In my professional opinion. No, I'm not going to do dyes. It's going to take up a lot of their time, and I think they need a little bit of rest. Look at that. That's 4 people already going like, wasuda. So let's go dig up some stone so we can start expanding. Let's see. This looks like a nice patch. This is a very nice... I always like picking the square patches because it means that I can leave larger portions alone. There should be enough for time being to keep people busy a bit. Look at them. Look at that. Let's turn down the audio a bit. Unfortunately, the only way to do that is to go up first. Come on, people. It's in development. Give them a break. It says everyone somehow... What the hell is all this... going on? Is that you? Oh, it's probably him. I look some copper. Copper is used in late game weapons, like hobgoblin and all that stuff. Diorite still requires some iron. I don't know exactly where it stops, but yeah, copper is used for the IT armors for the most part. I think Goblinite, yeah, Goblinite starts becoming the rest, except for diorite, I think. No. There is, however, which was it again? The Snickerite Blade is the... Snickerite Blade is the... No, the Snicker Blade is the only item in the game that requires both iron and copper, I think. Or the only weapon that requires iron and copper. Which is a pretty neat little tidbit. That's a little fact that'll get you far in life. Well then, I think I'm about to hire you, but I've got one more question. It's about a game called Towns. And I got you covered. You might notice that this dungeon is split in twain because there's a giant river. Just don't dig this, or you will flood your dungeon and you'll be like, oh, fucking hell. You can use specific doors and just try to peek through, but you're not going to accomplish anything positive. Unless you want to flood the dungeon after you're done, that is. And that's a great plan. Got he frozen. How much stone do I have? Almost 100. Let's get started on these brick walls. They're made of brick, which is brick on top of brick. It's brick walls with brick. It's walls with brick. Let's see. Let's pick a nice solid wall. Yeah, it says fluid blocker with some of these. My legs are so iffy to start bouncing up and down because they're happy little legs, aren't you, Mr. Leg? Let's go for a lovely red. I like this color. It's so gorgeous. It tickles my fancy, as some would say. You know, a whole bunch of people are going to get busy with this. It only takes 1 stone, which is great. If I remember, the more expensive... Nah. I should get to building a wall and roof on these, just so that they go a bit faster. And I know just the thing. You don't actually need to build anything expensive for these. You could just go with wheat walls or bamboo. I think bamboo's more efficient because bamboo's like, ugh, you're never gonna need it. And then build a roof on top. You have wheat roofs in case you're feeling exceptionally cheeky. Tongue-in-cheeky, that is. See, I got you covered. Okay, now this is where we have to be extra super diddly careful. If we don't do this just right, everyone's going to die. This is probably why you want to have some people around either way. Now, you can just say this, and for the most part it'll come up right. But if there's no adjacent wall, it'll fall down. So this is basically a very dumb idea. So, have your scaffolding ready to help out anyone who's, you know, fucks up. Oh, look, see that? See, doors, by the way, don't support this. So, if they put something above a door, it's gonna fall down. I don't know if it actually helps them sleep faster. I do know that it generally makes activities faster to have this stuff around, but... I'm gonna stop, though, when they run out of stone to give them a little bit of a break. Don't forget to check your higher levels, by the way, to always make sure that your people aren't stuck and starving. Ugh. Nasty water. Yeah, they're diligent little bees. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Hey, it's 2 more heroes. Who do we get? We get another shitty mage, and we get a hero. Neat. I like the knights. The knights are they're very sturdy. Look at them. Look at how sturdy he is. He's really close to this guy, and he doesn't even have any armor. Oh, you might notice vanity hats. These are only for identification. They're pretty sucky for armor, but they're great for identifying groups, in case you want to know. Keep track of that stuff. Let's see. Is anyone stuck on the roof? No, the roof's still pretty consistent. Let's give everyone a 5 once the stone runs out. And then I'll see you when it's all done. Hey, we got the herbalist. Who's got a pretty powerful wand. He's pretty good. The herbalist will summon these explosive sprouts and a taunting trunk, I think, which is a tank. And these are, look at that. This keeps popping out the little fellows. And they'll help him out. The herbalist is really good for just tanking stuff because of all these little goons he has walking around annoying everyone. My people are getting happy again. Ooh, I got a pinky merchant. If you're looking for an expensive, like this golden statue, decoration, pinky merchants are the way to go. Because pinky merchants will sell decorations for the most part, and they have an obscene amount of gold most of the time. So if you're looking for steel... You should visit these guys. Well, let's see, what can we sell them? We have some coal. I found some iron downstairs as well, so we shouldn't have too much of a hassle to tassel with that. That's all I have to offer right now, sir. Guess you'll have to do with that. Which reminds me, pumping up the wood production. As you can see, my floor is coming along nicely. It won't be long until I can start putting down the new beds. Yeah. And then we can talk about Scootenbeeden, 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 Scootenbeeden. What a name. Where'd that thing go anyway? I knew I saw Scootenbeeden around here somewhere. There he is. Look at that guy. I saw a picture of him. Looks really fancy. Exactly what you'd expect from a thing called a Scootenbeeden. I wonder if that's a French thing. It could be a French thing. I mean, the people that made this are apparently French. Else they wouldn't have names like Vaudadon, Vaudadon, Vaubadon, weird word, pardon, and Zubalist, which is not French. That's just, you know, English. Clifton de Arc? What the fuck, man? Arque? I don't know. That sounds more Spanish. Leo Frick. I know you're not natively English, but don't use Frick, because it sounds a bit silly. I am Leo Frick. Actually, that has a bit of a pump. One of those Scots pumps. Oh yeah, they're almost done. I can start assigning personal. How the hell are my people going to get up here anyway? That's something. I need to build a stairwell. Or just a ladder that goes to the floor somewhere. Or just repeatedly say Scootenbeeden. That might also help. Got to trade with the Pinky Merchant already. Jesus. Let's get some people enticed. I need that money. I want that money. Why is everyone making flour? Am I that low on food? Do I need to crank up the production somehow, or what? This guy's going to leave soon. Where is everyone? Everyone's either sleeping or making food for some reason. There you go. Oh, thank God. Oh, snow. But I like the number of the beast. It's one of those fractional numbers, you know, with the exclamation point. There you go. Yeah, the lighting in this game is a bit wonky, so this tends to happen a lot. That this side of the wall is lit up for no particular reason. Let's see. Alright, all I have to do is designate some personal space. You know, some places for Scootenbeeden to hang out. I once had a Scootenbeeden for a guest. What a Scooten one beeden. I can only imagine it's a joke. Like some sort of in-joke for a dirty word. Or it is a dirty word, but translated in some fancy French way. But I don't think they can. Isn't that like a law in France that says you can't have English words in commercial products or something? Or on advertisements, that was it. Now we just need people to get happy and they'll start moving and then we can be happy, 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 joy, joy. And then I could finally start cranking up the volume to 10 and blast off. But sir, the volume here only goes to 9. Really? Last time I checked, it went up to 10. I can assure you that's a 9, sir. It isn't. In the nominal system. The what? The nominal system? You know, base 9? Then 9 would be 10, because once you reach 10 in the decimal system, you get an extra digit. So, in the nominal system, once you get to 9, you add another digit, and technically it's 10. I really want the scientific notation to become the standard for writing down numbers. Get rid of the billions and the millions. Go to the scientific notation. It's fucking easy as shit. You can turn everything into super easy multiplications. Multiplications become, oh, you add the numbers together, the powers at least. And you can turn, it becomes a lot easier. And when you do divisions particularly with decimals, you can sneeze at it. You can just say, ha, it's done. I don't give a shit. You want to know why? Because I've got the scientific notification. I don't even know what it's called. A scientific notation? It's the way when you say it's really just 4 characters extra and it saves you a whole bunch of zeros. It's times 10 to the power and then the amount of zeros. It's super fucking easy, and it makes everything easy. And you'll never get confused with long scale, short scale, because it's one notation. And you want to know the best part about the scientific way of writing down zeros? It works in any base. You got base 8, turn that 10 into an 8, voila, it works. It also works with binary. In fact, that's why binary is typically used 10 to the n when it comes to the amount of spaces you have. But really, the scientific notation is a whole lot easier. It especially makes decimals easier, and just divisions in general. You know what a decimal is? When you go right of the little pointy thing, or the comma, depending on who you are, if you're French or British, you just minus, so you add numbers. Oh, you're dividing by a half? Let's put that down in the notation system. Let's take 1, which is just 1 to 10 times the 0, and then we divide it by 5 to the 10th minus 1. What do you get? You know what you get when you divide 1 by 5, right? You get 2. And then you add the powers. What do you get? 2. Or 20? No, you can't get 20, you get 2. Yeah, no. I think I did something wrong. I think I did something wrong. Ooh, I did something wrong. Because I know 1 divided by a half is 2. So somewhere down the line I mistake. But it works. In general, it's supposed to work. I probably did something stupid. Like saying the word Scootenbeaten too often. That's also quite dumb. But look at this place. It looks all fancy-dancy now. And everyone's getting all like pissy and angry at me because I'm telling them to do stuff. I don't know what I'm telling them to do. We have 1 surplus stone. I'm really bothered by this 5 thing. No, to the power 0 is 1. There you go. It actually is true. Anything to the power 0 is 1. Anything to the power 1 is 1. But that doesn't make any sense, does it? Like, here's the thing. You could say 0.5 to the 10 to the power of 0. And then it technically would work. But if I do that, I elevate it to 20 somehow. I think I just don't get it. But once you do get it, it's easy. It should work, though. It should work. Because that's the whole idea behind it. Is that you convert base, whatever base you have, the amount of digits extra you need to write something down. You convert all of that into just one little extra number. You pile up all the zeros. And they say, well, I don't care about that. I'm just going to make this a nice simple sum, but... Where did I go wrong? Oh, I know what I did wrong. 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. That's what I did wrong. Yes, it becomes 10 to the 1, which means that it would be 0.2 times 10, but that equals 2 times 10 to the 0th. So the problem I made is that I mistaken the fact that 1 divided by 5 is 2. It's actually 0.2. 1/5 is 0.2. So it works, it's just that I'm a derp sometimes. And when I get herpy-derpy dumb, you don't want to be around because it gets messy. And not in the fun way, either. That's kind of sad. You can be herpy-derpy dumb in a fun way, and everyone's like, ho, 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 ho. Oh, am I having a jolly old time? Hey, Scootin' Beatin'? Beatin' some scootin'? Hope you are. Hope you are. Well, this place looks nice. My people are getting happy, and soon we'll have waves of immigrants to fill in these rooms, and we'll get some extra labor to work and help out. Let's see. What is my stockpile at? What is actually in my stockpile? I have, yes, I have some fruits. Might need to expand my fruit farm a bit so that I can have larger production capacity. 10 breads. Yeah, the breads and cakes appear to be stable, but people really seem to like these fruit cakes. I think I might be having more fruit cakes than I thought. Dun, 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 dun. While we're waiting, how about I show through things? This is copper. Copper on the map is, it's a little hard to see here, but you can just scroll down here. See those little dots there? That's copper. This, I think, is gravel, which is only used for low cooking fires. Black is coal, which is really important if you want to make mines. That little speck, that little brighter speck is iron, and that's some more gravel, that's some more gravel. These are really tiny specks because we're on the earlier levels and layers. But trust me, once you start digging down, you'll find bigger deposits and all that. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say something very dangerous. I'm gonna say, fuck a duck. The recommendation of the day is, please fuck a duck. But sir, I have fucked a duck. What now? What remains to be done with my life when there is no duck to fuck? And I say, I don't know, get a hobby. People can get up to this stone ladder, which is a staircase to me, but whatever. They're Frenchies, what do you expect? They don't speak English. And their country is very... like, I had to learn English, French, German, and then Dutch. And I think in certain classes you also have to learn Greek and Latin. I have to learn 6 languages in my school because the French were important during the Renaissance era, and the Britons were important because they have the English language. Because of, oh man, we saved you during the World Wars. And we're all like, yeah, whatever, go home now. And because they're a big trading nation. Like, America does a lot of big trades. And German we do a lot of trading with. France, not so much. French is just because the nobility was like, oh, let's speak a language that no one here speaks. That doesn't even look like our own language. Oh, I hate them. The noblemen, not the French. The French and I are on good terms because of this game. And because I've started to understand French just slightly more. I've learned to appreciate it. Tolerate it more than anything else, but... By the way, you might notice these guys are friends. Essentially, it means they travel together in dungeons, which makes them a lot stronger when they face more powerful groups of enemies. Which is useful. So they'll start exploring this side of the dungeon, which is good, which means I have more access to more resources like this copper, for example. It does unfortunately mean that my citizens are going to be very... Oh, wow. I got another import section. Let's see, how many did I get? Oh, yeah, I need to start making extra 16 sets, so let's go and order a lot of wood to get chopped. Let's order up another batch of 16 of these. Which is about 11. Wood, no, armor, wood. How many do I have? I have 2. No, -1. There. That ought to keep him busy for a bit. Because man. I don't like Nerduk's newer introduction sequence. He makes very simple little games and he has a very flashy little introduction, but I don't like the new one where it like dips instead of it goes up. Man, this game is fun. It's a very nice game to just sit back and go, and then sniffle. Sniff, sniff. Have these bone greaves. I guess that's all of them, so I might need to set up some more trades for that. I'll talk about mines next time, but let me give you this quick tip. If you want to make a mine, you're gonna need a torch, so don't forget to build a few of those. Let's forget about that. Let's just have 1. Or I think you need 2. Let me just give you a quick introduction to mines. You need some iron, you need some wood, and you can plop them down on coal, iron, this isn't big enough unfortunately, and on copper. There are more things you can dig up, but you can't put a mine on top of it. Just a quick tip. We're also going to need to make some tongs, which takes some more iron. But hey, last person just came in. We now have all of our bedrooms filled. Once more. We have a whole bunch of people. I upgraded our production capacity just a scotch. Just a smidgen to make sure we can live up to it. And yeah, I think next time we're going to work on some of the iron materials. We might get working on a... yeah, look at this. This is how much spiderite you will get. Is this full row easily filled up? Just one floor. Next time we're going to work on the forge. We're going to make a kitchen. We're going to start working on some fancier foods. I might start looking towards getting the jungle habilitated so I can get some bananas. Which is something that takes a bit of work. I could build a straight road to the banana farm, so that's a good thing. But that'll take a lot of resources, so... That's one of the bigger projects I want to work on the bigger projects right now. Let's just focus on some smaller scale operations. Like, I don't know, maybe building some nice things. That'd be a great idea. Yeah, there's plenty we can do right now. I like extracting some basic iron and some coal, and yeah, there's lots to do. I'll see you guys next time in the next exciting episode of, well, not exciting, maybe educational, episode of Towns. See you guys next time.